Subscribe to Shotgun Raids now for Shotgun Raids.
Get out of my video. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am excited to share with you some content related to my organization, Race, Class, and Parenting. I have been so busy over the past year. I have released another ebook, and I have the third book of my ebook series is almost ready on Amazon. So I just wanted to share with you actually some video from an interview that I did with Spectrum News 1 on a race relations project that they had going on.
And joining us now via Skype is parenting expert, author, and social entrepreneur, Dr. Mimi Nartey, who is part of our very important special tonight. Good morning, Dr. Nartey. Thank you so much for joining us and lending your wonderful insight yet again with us this morning.
Hey, Dr. Nartey, good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
So let's start here with the Black Lives Matter movement. We're all talking across this nation about race relations, institutionalized systemic racism. And the question we have is, how do we start this conversation at home, especially with our children, our family, our friends?
Well, I think this is a really, really important question, and one that I have actually been paying attention to for a really long time. You know, when we look at the situation, the recent situations that we've had with George Floyd and others, these are really breaking points, kind of accumulations of the burden that Black people and really other minorities have been facing. And so I have been looking at how is it that we can engage parents to help them better parent to their intentions. Most parents have the intentions to raise loving and considerate and compassionate global citizens, but really we aren't always truly empowered to do so. And it requires facilitating critical conversations and being vulnerable.
You know, a part of the critical conversation in the midst of the Black Lives Matter movement is that all Black lives matter, men, women, and also members of the LGBTQ plus community. So talk to us about that.
For sure. And I think, at different times and different moments in time, because of specific acts of injustice, we definitely do focus in on particular subgroups. But the good news is love is a transferable skill set. And once you learn how to love somebody and to be compassionate and sensitive to the struggles that they're facing, that is something that is transferable. And we have enough moral bandwidth and we have enough energy and passion to be able to meet the social justice needs of all Black people and other communities that are vulnerable in our society.
So, Dr. Nartey, I mean, I love those words, but how do you execute them in practice when people are entrenched in their beliefs and their value systems and don't share your views on race relations? How do you bridge that gap?
So again, these are all, really important conversations. I find that most people, the challenge with most people is really just a lack of understanding and a lack of awareness. And a lot of people are inadvertently complicit in a biased system just because they don't really realize that bias is the default. It's the status quo. And so beginning to have conversations, and I think, there's been a big movement that I am generally in support of, the idea of becoming anti-racist. But my concern about that is that it kind of just leaves us to sit back and judge, and also kind of creates a little bit of a minefield for this is racist, that's racist, that's racist, instead of deciding what is it that we're really for. And I noticed that when you get people into a conversation about what they're for, you're really able to draw them in and really engage them better. Most people, aren't going to deny that they're really for equitable opportunity in America.
No, but they do say, there are leaders in our government right now that do say there is no systemic racism within our law enforcement and other, institutions. How do you combat that?
Yes, so definitely we have, like I said, we have people who aren't able to actually see systemic racism, and we have people who distort the progress that we've made and want to lean on that progress to kind of say that the problem is eradicated. But in some content that I created recently, I was explaining that, having racism is almost like having a metaphorical cancer in our society. And so we do have people that are survivors of this social cancer, but that doesn't mean that cancer isn't real or doesn't exist. And, just because of all of the historical experience that we have, it is impossible to deny the existence of racism. It's just part of the experience that we are having and working through as a society. And so I think, like I said, really being able to draw people in and have conversations and get to see where the faults are in their critical thinking process is what's going to help us move forward.
Oh,
Dr. Nartey, it's so great to have you with us this morning. I look forward to everybody seeing our conversation tonight on The Special, and happy Thursday to you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us this morning and look forward to your special.
Yeah, and if you want to learn more about how to stay engaged in these important conversations, you don't want to miss our special tonight. It's called Reflections on Race, Moving Forward, 7 p.m. I'll be there with you, guiding you through that tonight, so we hope that you'll join us.